everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Nizzy Sports Chat. I am your host, Nizzy, and in this video, you guys, we're going to be giving you a little game preview of the upcoming matchup tonight between the Toronto Raptors and San Antonio Spurs. Raptors trying to make it 3 wins in a row here. Obviously got the 2-win streak going on, trying to get to the third one. Spurs are trying to end their 3-game losing streak on the season here. Raptors sitting at a 16-17 record. So far this season, you guys, Spurs are at 14-21 on their season. A few players out for each team, nothing too crazy here. Hopefully the Raptors can extend that winning streak. We've been on a little bit of a hot stretch the last 2 games since we've had our full lineup back in action. A few guys sitting out to game, couple guys in protocols that just got entered into protocols. Just found out that news about 5 minutes ago, so we'll go through the injury update for you guys here. Right, real quick before we start breaking down this game coming up tonight, you guys, if you can go ahead and like this video. If you like sporting content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Been getting a lot of support from you guys lately, and I greatly appreciate it, man. We're going to keep coming out with as much content as possible for you guys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start breaking down this game preview for tonight's matchup, you guys. We'll start off with the injury report for the San Antonio Spurs. They got Doug McDermott's going to be out. He's in protocols for this game. Bates Diop is a game-time decision for them with a hamstring injury. I believe he was the guy that dropped a 30-piece on the Lakers when they beat the Lakers about a week ago. Unfortunately for the Lakers, that is. Then you got DeJounte Murray, their starting point guard, who's going to be out. He's in protocols. Lonnie Walker's out in protocols as well. You got Zach Collins, one of their forwards. He's out as well with an ankle injury. So they got a few main guys out there, probably most notably Murray, their starting point guard, who's not going to be available for tonight's game. That's a big-time loss for the Spurs. Then over on the Toronto Raptors side of things, we didn't have too many guys out. We had a full squad ready to go for tonight's matchup. There's news released about 5 minutes ago that there's going to be 2 guys out for the Toronto Raptors in protocols. News just broke about that. That's going to be Svi Mykhailiuk and Yuta Watanabe are both going to be out for tonight's game. They just entered into protocols. Like I said, the news just broke about 5-6 minutes ago, you guys, so they're not going to be available for tonight's game. David Johnson's still going to be out with that calf injury. Not a huge deal, as he's kind of a back-end rotation guy who's been more so playing in the G League this year. Same with Isaac Bonga. He's a game-time decision with a non-injury-related issue. So once again, not a huge deal if we're missing him as well, obviously, as he's a bottom-end rotation guy. And then, obviously, Dragic is still out with the personal issue. Once again, not an issue either, because he's not a guy who's been playing anyways. This season he had a bunch of did not participates throughout the games when he was available to play anyways. So not too many guys out for the Toronto Raptors. Still got the main squad going to be able to go there. Obviously hurts a little bit having Yuta and Svi not being available for this game. 2 good role players coming off the bench for you, but it's just an opportunity for some other guys to step up. And obviously having our main starting lineup back in action is key for this Toronto Raptors squad, being able to get out to hot early starts in games. So I don't think those injuries are going to hinder us too much, especially since the Spurs are missing some top guys as well. I think it should be a pretty good game here. This definitely should be a game that the Toronto Raptors should be able to take advantage of here. Should be no doubt in my mind that we should be able to win this game and get to 3 wins in a row, get back to 500 basketball, especially with the 2 games that we got coming up. Some tough matchups coming up after tonight's game. We got a back-to-back coming up, so after tonight we play the Milwaukee Bucks tomorrow. So that's going to be a real tough game for the squad, and then you got Utah on Friday. So 2 real tough teams coming up in the next few days here after tonight's matchup versus the Spurs. So you definitely want to take advantage of the moment and make sure you seize the day here and get a victory over an undermanned Spurs team who hasn't really been that good this season. Obviously they got a 14-21 record. So it's not like they're one of the top teams in the Western Conference or anything like that. They've kind of fallen by the wayside in the last few years. Kind of in a rebuilding mode they are right now. So it's definitely an opportunity for the Toronto Raptors to jump on them early and often in this one. I think it's going to be very important to get out to a very early lead, especially with the back-to-back playing the Bucks tomorrow. You're going to want to have a bunch of your starters not have to play big-time minutes in tonight's game. Ideally, you'd like to see guys like Pascal, Freddie, OG, Scotty Barnes only have to put in around 28 to 30 minutes tonight if you can get out to a nice early lead, and have those guys be able to sit most of the fourth quarter because the game's already so far gone at that point. That would be the ideal outcome for the Toronto Raptors in tonight's matchup. Like I said, it'd just be huge to be able to rest some of those guys for tomorrow's primetime game against the Milwaukee Bucks, and then you got a huge one against Utah on Friday. So we'll have to see what happens, you guys. Should be a good one nonetheless. Nice to see the Raptors kind of getting back into their winning ways here. Nice to see us getting healthier. Should be a good game tonight nonetheless. We'll have to see what happens there. But like I said, I think the Raptors really need to jump out to an early lead in this one to be able to take it home early, so that way we can rest up our guys for the big time game tomorrow against Giannis and the Bucks. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video, you guys. Just thought I'd come up with a short little preview of tonight's matchup between the Spurs and the Raptors. Would love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. What do you think our chances are of beating the Spurs tonight? Do you think we're going to have a good opportunity to be able to upset the Milwaukee Bucks and the Utah Jazz in the upcoming 2 games? Would love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. And once again, you guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and every video on my channel. Please go ahead and like this video. If you like sporting content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports.